Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. Okay, first things first. Let's go ahead, draw out. There we go. He's who I wanted. Alright, so we got a couple things to bomb. I don't even need to waste 88s on it. These guys should be able to do the trick on their own. I see no reason not to do that. And I'll send... yeah, you'll do. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see. Can I get the 88s up and running? Oh, that's out of range. Can I get these 88s up and running? Cool. We're going to bring these things down. I'm hoping to take Mexico City this turn. We do have Jacksons out here now, but it's too late. They have lost complete control. And so we've got them not right where we want them, but much closer to where we want them. We just killed a plane, although I'm not sure what it was. I haven't yet seen this Jackson get touched, and I doubt they have 3 or 4 of them. So they probably have a few bombers here too. There we go. They got Wolverines and Jacksons. Okay, looks like it's just one of each, so that's okay. They'll probably put up quite the fight. But we'll soften them up as much as we can. I'm not too worried about what's going on down here. I am far more concerned with what's going to go on further north. Or not, yeah, way up there in Alaska. There's a lot of enemies up there, and if they decide to tip their hand, they didn't when they had the chance to actually eradicate me from Alaska last time. But if they do tip their hand, I'd lose all my 87 Bs, and of course, Prudhoe Bay once again, along with a lot of soldiers. I don't think I have enough planes to soften up everything they've got. Just some of the stronger stuff. Oh, Sherman's right. I forgot they had those in there. Or at least the one. I think it was just one that attacked us, succeeded in its attack, and then fled. What are they? Okay, those are the militia. I can massacre them. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4... yeah, we haven't been intercepted yet. There we go. Can these guys hit Monterey? They can. Okay. Well, this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's got no extra support. So if it doesn't have any fighters, and I don't know that for sure, but if it doesn't, we're going to follow up these bombing runs by hitting them too. Once I wound this stack entirely, I'll take a closer look. That all of them? Cool. Let's see. Monterey, which I think is also a captured city, so it should be down here. Okay, it's got a decent number of planes, but I don't know if they're in the air yet. Let's see. Can I get up there? Okay. Some of them are. Let's see what we can do about that. Never mind. Okay, never mind. They only had like one in the air. The others must have just moved there. Well, then we're going to hit them now before they have a chance to reinforce themselves. They probably came flying down here to try to reach Mexico City. And they only just got here recently. Those are probably Thunderbolts, because last I checked they didn't have any P-51s. So if they have them now, they've only recently built them. And I doubt they sent 12 of them down here in one turn. Although they could have. But we're just going to take them out now before they have a chance to get in the air. We are just coming right up this landmass. It'd be kind of terrifying if you were any other nation. Well, I mean, if you were the US or Britain. Just this seemingly unstoppable wave of tanks. Even if they get through my Panzer Grenadiers and Stugs, which they're getting close to, because I've had to pull a lot of them back to heal up. But even if they can do that with their bombers, there are just so many tanks that still have a 19 defense on them. You know, they're not going to shoot you down, but my Panzer Grenadiers weren't doing that anyway. But you have to injure like 90 of the things before they get on you. These guys only have half a dozen bombers to work with. That's really America's fatal flaw here. If they had stacked up on bombers and not wasted them on me in the Pacific or in the Atlantic for, you know, like dozens and dozens of turns, they'd be in a much better spot right now, and I'd have a lot more trouble dealing with them. How many Volk-Wolfs are here? Okay, not that many. Just a few to keep the airspace covered. We're blowing up fighters now. Ouch. And we should be closing in on Havana. I can at least get close enough to drop some troops, possibly. Maybe not, though. It is jungle and whatnot. Okay, I don't see any Jacksons here. Goodbye, manufacturing plant. And we're going to start getting into a lot more developed cities as this time goes on. And of course, American cities are freaking huge for the most part. I guess not probably any bigger than Russia's. Bigger than most of the ones we've been dealing with in South America for a while here. Definitely bigger than their northern ones, but I'd say Europe and Asia, probably close to equivalent in average size. Most of India, those cities were colossal. Yeah, because of how the hills are set around there, I don't know what we're really going to be able to do to them. Probably not as much as I'd like. And let me see exactly what Havana's got as well. Couple of fighters. Okay, well the rest of these guys can hit that. Let's see. Shot down an interceptor. We'll just do that a couple of times. Really? Oh, never mind. It looks like they only had one in the air. That was dumb. My troops can probably handle whatever's there. I should focus on depleting whatever they've got in the city. I forgot about that space. That should be good for our landing troops. And once I take this, it'll serve as an effective sort of air base to plague the rest of their cities in the bay. Sorry, Gulf. I'm just gonna use my guys here real fast, if and you don't mind. Excellent. Should I still have 3 Gs here? It doesn't matter, I'm not scrolling through the whole stack. Excellent, Mexico City's ours. Oh, we can get right up on them. We can't attack them this turn, I don't think. Yeah, no, we definitely can't, but we can get up there. Alright, if they really want to attack us, they kind of have the perfect place to do it. Or if they want to bomb us. I'll leave a couple of my tanks out in the open. What? Not all of my Panzer Grenadiers are injured. That's right. They hurt a couple of them, but then one of them leveled up. And it sort of scared all of them. The injured ones mostly just held the line. That'll do. Anyone else in here injured? I don't think so. Right, I forgot I had Panzer IVs. I could have used them too. Well, I'm not going to touch the workers. I'll let them group them all up together. That way I'm not worrying about them. There we go. SS infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can get up here. Come on. Alright, now, for the rest of the Dorniers. You guys can come up here. All of the 87Bs, because that is in range of my 87Bs. Yeah, get in Veracruz. You guys need to be defended, because they will come for you. I might move them around a little bit more once I feel safer about it, or if the need arises. So far it hasn't. They had a couple of guys where it was very important to use the HQs. There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't get in there. You're just going to stay in Guatemala then. Which, to make it easier, I'll pull all of them out. And all of them can go here. Wow, that's a lot of 87Bs. Oh my word. Houston and Austin. See, these are big open plains, but with decently large spaces that you have to cross as well. Ooh, that pass is going to be the death of them. So I take this, I'll probably zip right under, probably grab San Diego in one turn, and then Los Angeles in another. It's going to be a bloodbath, and that's really what I'm going to try to do. Hit Los Angeles, and then work my way up this coast as fast as possible, so that I can take like all of it before America has a chance to reinforce. I might even send an expeditionary force down here using my transports potentially and take that before Japan has a chance to get out here, because it's going to take forever to actually move down the way. I don't know, how many 88s do I have here? Like a bunch of them. But how many are here? Will it be enough to cause me? No, that's not too many. Yeah, we'll bring them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about my net as well. I'll get to that later on. Can you reach there? No. Wow, we've flown quite a few planes in here. I probably didn't realize just how many 88s I had in that city. Yeah, I did not, or in the airbase. I forgot I had been piling them in there for like a lot of turns. Most of them will probably go to Havana. You know, I think I've been pronouncing that wrong this whole time, and it's Havana. But that just sounds kind of worse to me. It sounds like the lazier way of saying it for some reason. I don't like it. So I'll just sort of, drop my own pronunciation on it. I think that's how things work. Yeah, no new fleets were here. We do keep shooting down their planes. Yeah, that's out of range. We just have a couple more spots. Yeah. Here, let's wake all of them and then move them as a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be fine. Use another Falk Wolf. Let me see fully. Alright. I'm using my 87Bs to do this. Or not 87Bs, my Falk Wolves. There we go. And now we fortify, and then wake the transported. Cool. I'll actually keep a few of you in the air. Yeah, I imagine a few of them are going to be shooting us down. If I can cut down their numbers a little bit, though, that won't be a problem. There we go. Anything going on in the Gulf? Doesn't look like it. Gosh, they're killing a few of us. There we go. Yeah, kill the garrison. Ah, dang it. Almost. Yeah, I'm not sure if I actually will do that invasion on Prince Rupert. It's a risky move. I don't have anyone to get down there and actually support the forces that would be there. They'd be entirely alone. So I probably won't do that. But we'll see. Okay, they got plenty of Falk Wolves. So do they. They got a few, but it's more than enough. Yeah, you'll just stay here. So, which stack do we target first? That one does have air defense. Well, what are these guys doing on top? Because it is the M3A1s, right? 1811? The Lee Grants have a... Okay, no, it's them. It's the M5A1s that are on top. There's no way I can do this quickly, is there? It's going to kick me every time. This is going to take a little while, because I'm going to hit them with everything I've got. My goal is to at least knock out their Lee Grants in both stacks. If I can get down to doing that, then I'll try to work on the M3A1s, because they have a high enough attack that they might do something kind of crazy. And I don't have that many good defensive units out here. Unfortunately, the problem of the infantry anti-aircraft, I just don't think is going to get solved. Okay, that's that entire stack. Okay, they're in the tundra. You have no excuse to be just abject failing repeatedly. They are getting... Well, I guess these ones are fast, so they have the fortification thing, but that's still not enough of a buff to excuse multiple straight-up failures in a row. How many of them do they have here? Well, quite a few. And then we're getting to the infantry after, who have basically the same defense, except they're not fortified. That's why these guys are on top. They're marginally increased by the fortification. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, do we have to keep on doing that? If they can't even help bomb the real threat, get them out of my face. Are the M3A1s that fast? No, M3A1s are just 2 movement. So they're not going to be fortified. They're shooting us down at an alarming rate. Did we finish the road? Oh, we did. Thank goodness. Okay, that's important, because I might need a lot of reinforcement up here. If I can get a couple more Panzer Grenadiers in line... I mean, you saw what they did against Shermans. Those are the strongest tanks that America has been using. I think they have access to Pershings now, but they haven't built any. Certainly haven't used any. And only one Sherman actually took out. Oh wow, that was a good bombing run on one of them. Only one actually won in a fight against a Panzer Grenadier. Of course, that was on a hill. These guys are in like not even a town, on a tundra. So we're getting basically no defensive bonus. Maybe a 2, because they're fortified. Who knows, maybe I can injure all of their more scary guys, and they'll run away and leave just the weaker ones to defend. And it'd take us a while, but we eventually wear them all down. Like, if I can just stagger the stronger ones, I'll be pretty happy. Or maybe they'll do like they did last time, and split up arbitrarily. Like dividing their units in strange ways, and giving us great opportunity to take advantage of them. Should we leave this stack? How many Lee Grants are here? It's a handful of them. But I think there's quite a bit in here, right? About the same number. I think we just hit this stack with everything we've got. Unless I notice a significant... Like, all of the guys who are on top of the stack are now very injured. I think we just hit them with all of it. And then we follow that up. Okay, there's the Lee Grants. And then we follow it up with maybe some tank and infantry counterattacks. Of course, we're already at the Lee Grants. I thought it'd take longer. No, I think I am going to pivot. I gotta knock these big tanks out. If they're just a little bit injured, they should sit out the fight. Just imagine how much scarier this would be, though, if all of these guys were further south. Like, if I lose up here, it's definitely a hit. I don't want to lose up here. But it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. We still have the south pretty much under control. If we were in this sort of a state where I was at risk of losing a significant number of my planes and getting pushed back further south, it'd be a lot worse. So I'm glad that it's up here, where things are a little less important. Now the Brits are hitting us with Lancasters. I actually need those fighters in the air. Now once I get all these guys injured, they'll never be able to fully recover. Cities are too far away, and even in neutral or friendly territory, they're only going to heal one a turn. I can keep them down much faster than that. And we'll chase and kill whatever we can. Depending on how the bombing runs go this turn and the counterattacks, I might block them in. We'll see. I'd like to use the hills because of the defensive bonus, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I might just hold that tundra spot and then this forest. Okay, we've already gotten through their fresh Stuarts. Should be infantry after we injure this one, or maybe one more. Wow, there were a lot of them that were hurt just one hit point. There we go. Okay, let's get through these infantry. And stop getting shot down. Yeah, if I can clear out the infantry and the M5A1s, it'll just be M3A1s and M2A2s. Neither of those are very, threatening that much. They're average speed, low defense. One is very low defense, and, average to low attack. At least compared to my numbers. And especially if all of the anti-aircraft gets up and walks away, they will lose all of the threat that they pose. But I know they've got quite a few infantry, so let's just hope we can get through them. What do these guys look like? It's another M3A1, M2A2 US infantry. Don't join the stack. I would love to drive them back, but that's part of the reason I need to block off the pass, because if I don't, those guys are going to jump onto that hill, along with anyone injured, and then they'll all be in a giant super stack. And I want to avoid that. But if I leave a path open, which I'm thinking is this hill here, maybe they'll try to get to this territory to heal up, instead of attacking us. It's a really long move, so I don't know. If I block them off, they could just turn to attack me because they don't see any other choice. It's sort of a risk either way, but I think it's one I have to take. Stop the failures. How many more? This is the last one. Yep. Okay, if I can just injure these Lee Grants, all of our extra firepower goes on the lower stack. We injure them as much as we can, take out any air defense if possible using tanks. And then we follow it up with 87Bs. And just blow up everything we possibly can. Okay. The increase in Folkwolves that I'm selecting is making me worry that I'm hitting the bottom of my stack here. I'm going to start scraping the bottom of the barrel for planes. And in this sort of a fight, every single 88 matters. Which is why they need to stop failing and stop doing 1 damage. 24 on their attack is pretty good. I feel like they should be doing 2 more consistently than 1. At least on these tanks. These ones aren't that good. Wolverines, I get it. Oh, 5 hit pointer? Looks like we missed a few infantry. I could just imagine what this looks like. I don't know what Prudhoe Bay looks like in reality. But I just imagine just open tundra, hills, and forest around them. Ocean on the other side. And it's just like this enormous wave of American troops just pouring across, like, you know, dozens of miles, completely choked with tanks and infantry. And thousands of planes in the air above them, as anti-aircraft fire is filling the sky. Man, they have a lot of regulars. Oh my word. We're still just hitting these guys. It's a good thing the area doesn't actually get damaged. Okay. I know that there's a risk from the anti-aircrafts, but we're just going to do it. We're hitting them with everything we got. Are these the M3A ones? They are. Okay, that was it. This is their last healthy one. Hit it. These are the difficult moments. Oh. Ho. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, go here. And then start bearing down on them from this direction. Oh no, we're not done yet. We're going to eliminate as many of them as we can. Fortify you. think I lost a couple guys there. Okay, get our 3Es up there. They're going next. Looks like they're winning, though. Three H's. You know what? Okay, that's okay. They're gonna help hold the city. I've got another one. We're not done yet. Okay, these are Panzer Grenadiers. They're gonna hold this spot. Yep. Just sort of discourage any other attackers. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's no way they can reach here and attack, is there? Nope. They got close, though. Do I have any in here? Just infantry and paratroopers. Here, I have a 3G and a 3H. It's better than nothing. Really? One of us got zona controlled. Panzer Grenadier of all things. This guy can probably move. Yeah, we don't have a choice. Keep going. I don't think that's all of our tanks. Let's see. You have 6 hit points. You're attacking. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, we're really kicking their Stuarts in the teeth. I think our infantry just go on the defensive. Oh, no, the injured ones we want inside. Okay, 2 Americans. Go out here. Okay, we can arrive in the city. So do that. They are going to need the support. That the last one? That's the last one. Yeah, it does have a hospital. They just don't grow anymore. Does that mean all of their... Yeah, they're as productive as they can be then. We could do something with Narvik, though. Okay, was this pollution that has been cleaned up? I think it is. Everyone else had... Okay, and workers. There we go. I think that's all their actual workable spaces. Yeah, they're just jungle. But they're gonna end up with all of it, so we might as well start fixing it. Alright, those are all done. That is being worked, but it has not been improved. Enough of both of those cities are done. We could come do something down here, though. Right, they're coming out here to do some more jungle work. What are we looking at here? 3Gs, they're good to heal. Marines can keep moving. New Panther already. Oh, stopped early. That thing might die if they take advantage of it. Which I would. Alright, I should be able to land my troops in Cuba. I don't know. I got some guys to wake up in Central America. And probably a few more to move up in Alaska. This could be a very bad turn for me. If they use their M2A2s alone, they have enough of them, I think, to take Prudhoe Bay back. If they use them. Now, the things only have a 12 attack. My Panzer Grenadiers have a 7 defense. And if one kills it and jumps up to 8 or 9 hit points, I think that'll deter them all. But the M3A1s, which I haven't touched that much, they've got an 18 attack. That's enough for the computer to do some very bold things. But they also only have 6 hit points, so I don't know. One stack, at least, has lost most of its firepower. It's completely gone. We destroyed all of their grants, a lot of their M3A1s, almost all of their, if not all of their, M5A1s and infantry. Well, we didn't kill most of the infantry, but we hurt them pretty bad. I think the M5A1s might still be fortified for the most part, but we did get a lot of them. New Stugs, get them up there. I have been without new Stugs for way too long. I think this is my worker load. Yeah. I guess there's some other things too. This is pretty much all of the leftover workers, though. Along with whatever else could be found. Cool. I don't even know what to do with it. Go down there, I guess. What's down here? Oh, Panzer Grenadiers and actual Panzers. I didn't realize what I had on the way. With more incoming. We'll come back and pick up the rest. I never thought I'd actually get all of my troops from that region sent over to North America. But here we are. Oh, whoopsie. Wake all, fortify all, wake all. There we go. That should... Just double checking. Okay, you're here. I'm gonna leave the other stuff to the convoy. What these guys are going to do is just drop a bunch of security divisions on the coast of Australia. I think that's 6. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. They're just going to come right over here to Darwin and drop them. I'll make sure to wake up my guys this turn. I think I saw Panzer Grenadiers in here. Yeah, let's get them out so I can fortify the stack. lot of infantry just hanging around. Couple more 3Gs, we'll get them up there. Right, and these guys were the ones guarding the HQs. Forgot how many I left doing that. That should be good. Okay, they're good on their security for now. Send one of you up. I'd love it if the Americans would target this stack. It doesn't matter. Actually, Stug's gonna stay there for now. Cool, if I can take this, there's no sneaking through this area at all. They'll have to go all the way around for us not to know, and then immediately shoot them down. And I'm going to be flying in most of my new planes. Deal with anything else that shows up. Let's see, I might put together some tanks and actually launch an attack on them. Okay, as for up here, let's see. So my ground-based troops, I got some infantry, I got Panzer Grenadiers. Okay, we're going to wake everyone. Whoa. Yeah, you can stay here. And the fighters can stay in the air. One, two, three, four, five, six. Unfortunate. Go here. Keep their infantry from getting on the mountain. And then Panzer Grenadier. And a paratrooper. Oh, the paratrooper's new. There we go. What are these? Let's see. S. Okay. So that's that whole group. These guys, I would like to move them where they'd be more useful, but more enemy troops are on the way. I'm going to need something here to counterattack once I injure what's coming, so these guys need to stay. It does seem a little excessive. But we'll do what we have to. The only group of units in this entire stack that are mostly untouched are the M2A2s. Everything else has been battered beyond belief, so unless they're going to attack with those... Oh, 13 defense, 1 higher than I thought. We should be good from that stack. Now, the M3A ones here are still in good shape, as are the M2A2s, of course, but the rest of them are injured bad enough they won't do anything. And I have actually filled this city with quite a few solid defensive units. I don't know if we'll be enough. We are certainly going to give it our best. Okay, and nothing else there. Right, the net. Okay, so I know Japan's coming. They have like a ship around here somewhere. Yeah, there you are. They're trying to get up around the Atlantic, I'm almost certain of it. And I don't like doing this, but it's the only way I can think to properly tighten my security. There's no U-boats here, right? No. We are going to make an actual wall of submarines. And nothing should be able to get through it without attacking us, which means Japan certainly won't be able to get through it. This sort of method does not offer any sort of protection. You know, if America actually got something down here, they could go right over the top of one of them and then move on right through. Although really, I never use these subs to block enemies. They're here to let me see the enemies. This is the first time I'm using them for actual defense, like actual securing of an area. And it's simply because I don't want Japan in the Atlantic. That seems like entirely too much of a nightmare. Besides, I don't think America or Britain have any submarines left, so I don't have to watch out for those sneaking up on us. But there should not be another way to get into the Atlantic. Right, because they can't go over the north. This is blocked off. Finland could still do it, but Japan cannot. This way's, of course, blocked off. I own Panama, which is the only other way. And so if we can just hold the entirety of the Atlantic Ocean, we should be pretty solid here. And this is where it gets kind of awkward. Let's see here. Okay, this should be fine. Yeah, we're going to have to stagger them. Okay, but now there's no way through? I don't think there is. From here. No, there's one. There we go. Now there's no way through. Yeah, that should stop them completely. Cool. And we don't have any more convoys or transports here yet. So we're just waiting on that front. Yeah. Okay, let's turn on our battles, jump over to next turn, and we're going to see what America does. The ball is in their court. Ouch. Alright, they're hitting the big stack. I can't blame them for it. That means no loss to me, though. Just a couple units are stuck for a couple turns. I'm pretty sure they had one of those planes at Mexico City, or Monterrey, one of the two. So we reduced their numbers by a bit. Are they retreating? I think they're retreating. They have decided this is not for them. Oh, that makes sense. I forgot the mountain was there. They're giving up. They're going away. Okay, this is great. This gives me the opportunity to actually secure the area. And they are going where I wanted them to. And it looks like they're moving the M2A2s with them because they're part of the stacks. Okay, they're going to be hard to get on the mountains, but I can knock them down to one hit point and then just block off their only escape or open up the back one again. I can probably let those other stacks go if the opportunity to catch them doesn't come up. They're not that many of them. They're mostly Wolverines, which are defensive units. They're frustrating in stacks like this because you have to fight through them. But in smaller groups, it's not that big a deal. How did this stack over there get so big all of a sudden? With the left one, are they moving and then stopping? Oh, they're probably units from the upper stack that came down there and stopped. Real question is, are those M3A1s going to attack our Panzer Grenadiers that are sitting right there? Ooh. Okay, he stopped. I don't know if that's because he doesn't want to attack, or because he ran out of movement. Historically, they are not afraid of attacking. Okay, the M3A1s are moving. I got enough 87Bs for them. Probably. There are a ton in Mexico City right now. I've probably got 60 or 70 squadrons. Which is more than I realized I had. And I got a lot of 88s that you guys are completely in range of. I think this will be fine. We were going to have to face their Shermans eventually. Most of their M2A2s are getting pot-shotted as they're moving, because their defense is so low, they just can't avoid it. I think it was a combination of things, mostly the bombing. I think my tanks attacking them, though, en masse, caused them to reconsider. They realized how many troops I had ready to just start fighting. Weird that it showed that zone of control. Maybe only certain units have the zone of control animated. Like, I thought it'd just be the basic attack animation, because it always is, but maybe in the game itself it uses the same animation, but it has to be called differently. And if it's not, even though it could just as easily use that one, it won't. I've been doing some programming lately, so I have a slightly better understanding of that sort of thing right now. 'Cause, 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 Okay, we're going to want to take out Monterey first before we deal with these Shermans. Some of them are still in range of that radar tower. I want to remove it from the equation. We are going to destroy them all, though. Once we get rid of these M2A2s, it's a lot like the Soviet tank brigades. They'll never, or divisions actually, they'll never rebuild them. Not until they're forced to out of desperation. Which means they'll never get to these numbers of tanks again. Well, we're definitely hitting the ones on the mountain. For one, they don't have fortified stewards. I always like that. But also, they're the ones that are farther away. If the others keep up the same movement pattern, they'll go there the next turn, and then we can do the same thing to them. I'm not... well... I don't know. I'll use my full health tanks to attack them on the mountains, or at least my higher health ones. I'd like to avoid it as much as possible, though. Crazy things happen on those mountains. Oh, they're attacking. Okay, they only have one of those tanks there. Good on you. Wow. Attacking with the M2A2. That is a surprise. It'll be a bigger surprise if it wins. Okay. Well, yep. Now they're going to wonder why they didn't do this sooner. Because now they'll break through, some of them will run for it. I'll take the health, though. Attacking over a river, it gives us a minor advantage. There they go. They lost a few guys, but they are running for it. I think I let them go. We just seal off the pass again. And then we target the other army. Try to wipe it out. Once they're out of our territory, they'll probably attack from a different angle. Somewhere a little more convenient for them. Now the question is, now that this pathway is open, are those Wolverines going to move on to the mountain or away? So far it's away, but these guys have already changed what directions they were going, so who knows. That's not quite as total a victory as I wanted. I'd hoped I could block them all in. That's still a lot of guys that are stuck within our territory now, though. And I think this clears out a lot of the infantry, which are really the most annoying part of this whole experience. Those are the ones I really wish I could get. They have so many guys. It's still taking this long. And look, those stacks, there's still a bunch in them. They're not even down to just a couple guys yet. Unless you're playing America, they really do just eternally make everyone angry for this reason right here. They're so inconvenient, even just to watch. Okay, that stack's almost empty. Looks like the other one is shrinking. Not the Wolverines. Dang it, now they're going to be on the stacks too. Oh, perfect shot. This is a lot of guys down here. I got a lot of 88s, though. And they've got no air defense. What I'm going to try to do is take Monterey, and then work my way down from the top. Like the lowest stack there that's in our territory. If I can take Monterey, they can't get away fast enough. My 87Bs can still catch them. Oh, one of them is still moving towards us. That's a smart move. Next turn, that thing's getting shot down. Assuming it bombs us again. Oh no, not the British infantry. Whatever will we do? I am truly scared. All of these militia, together, might kill one Panzer Grenadier before it massacres them all. Although probably not, if I'm being honest. Not in Whitehorse, where we're on mountains. Really? That guy's going out of his way to die. That's like their last unit in the area. They probably had a few people they sent out of Baja. Yep, they're turning around. They've realized there's no way they're getting through, so they don't care anymore. Good. Properly discouraged. What that probably means they will do is try to attack the west coast. Which will take them a while to actually mount that sort of an attack. Oh, holy smokes. Messerschmitt 262s are one turn away. Oh, but also are King Tigers. I think we go for the Messerschmitts, right? Is this the one I just got? What is this? No, I've had that. What did I just get? It wasn't that one. Was it this? Yeah. Upgraded Falkwolves. Bombard at 20. Do normal Falkwolves actually upgrade into those? No. Great. Well, I'm not probably going to go through and change all those, because that's a lot of work. And I think the only difference is a better bombard, which is helpful, but it's not a huge deal. I might do it off camera, we'll see. Well, it's not quite best case scenario, but it is still a victory for us out there. We've driven off the American attackers, and we'll kill about half their army on its retreat. Unfortunately, a lot of them are going to survive, and probably continue to be a nuisance in the area, but as long as it's up in that area, I'm okay. I like that we've made some progress on more frustrating areas in the north. But the real reason that I put those units up there was just to draw the eyes of the enemy. And we've done that. I'll get a mass transit system here. Got way too many planes now. Oh, what's the difference in cost? 190Gs are more expensive. One more turn and that city will be online. It's far too late for it to really matter. More cities is never a bad thing. Yeah, give me my research lab. Cool. Yeah, a bunch of stewards there. I'll probably kill him as he tries to run for it. Bunch of Lee Grants are getting away. That's the one that really bothers me there, but that is most of their infantry. They've only got a few guys there, and I think a few here. But those ones have some fortified guys, but these ones don't. So we're just going to target them, kill that, probably block it up with some more units. I've got Panzer Grenadiers and whatnot who I can use, and some fresh Panzers here to attack. Yeah, we're going to kill some stuff. And there's not that many infantry in here, right? Yeah, about as many as there are there. So I think we've got this pretty well handled then. This area is essentially on lockdown. Over here, it's a lot of Shermans. The Shermans have pretty good numbers. But they didn't reinforce Monterey at all, which they really should have. So now I'm going to take that. And then whatever 87Bs I have left are going to make mincemeat of this army. I was going to move my 88s closer, but we have new targets this turn. So we're going to try to take Monterey, seize that so that it's no longer helping them at all. And then we'll start massacring them, starting with this group and that group, and then working down to the others. I think I can get them all this turn. Maybe not. This one's going to have to be attacked to be depleted. That's whatever. He's going to die too. And then, once we have it, that's the last... Well, I guess there's technically Cuba, but we'll have that next turn as well. It's the last non-continental United States city that the U.S. has. And then we're going to start taking stuff. Japan, they don't have much in the way of actual attack fleets ready to go. They're probably over here bombing America. But when I stole their planes, I saw they had transports that were empty for the most part. They're not going to have enough to really take much of anything. They might take this if they get there before me, because I don't think it's got that much to defend it. But even if they do, America might take it back. So, who knows? We'll see. I think that's going to be it for this one, though. If you haven't yet, please check the link in the description for my book. If you like the look of it, give it a read. If you like the read, give it a positive review. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.